Okay, listen, you could be mayor for the next 100 years. I mean, you're not a stupid man. You're very smart, public relation-wise. I remember the last municipal election, you won by a landslide. But your famous line was, you have heard the people loud and clear, especially on the property tax thing. Do you have an opinion on what just happened? The property tax went up?
It went up less than a cent, and the reason that it went up less than a cent was because of our infrastructure that we have to plan for. We had quite a big increase, and we knocked that back to make it a little easier on people. But the fact of the matter is we have millions and millions of dollars of infrastructure. We have to start paying attention to it and putting so much money in the budget every year. And if we don't, it's going to cost us a lot more in the future. Other municipalities are probably not doing that as well as they should, or as much as they should. You will find out in the long term that it was a very smart thing to do, and it costs a lot of money. These are things that aren't sexy. They're pipes in the ground and water and sewage and roads and streets and things like that. But it's like anything else. It's like your home. You have to maintain it, and if you get too far behind, then you're into a very serious situation. We had a very thorough report done on all of our infrastructure and how much it's going to cost and how much more it's going to cost in the future if we don't address it. And we have looked at it, agree with what staff have presented, and we want to look after infrastructure starting this year, and we will continue to do it. That is where the money for the increase went.
Can you explain to me educate me, what do they mean by Moncton gets grant?
That's the unconditional grant.
Yeah, explain to me, is Fredericton gets less than Moncton?
And a lot less than St. John.
Yeah, so what's all that about?
You know, we've been talking about and arguing in that one for years with Liberal and Conservative governments, and it's always seemed that Fredericton was penalized for running a good ship, so to speak. We were financially responsible, financially fiscal, we weren't carrying debt. And those that were going in the opposite direction were getting more of the money, which, as I said to premiers in the past, was encouraging people not to be fiscally responsible, when it should have been the opposite. I mean, those that were fiscally responsible should be rewarded. So it's always been a battle, it's always been a struggle, it's always been a fight, and it's not fair and it's not equitable. And half the municipalities in New Brunswick like it, and half the municipalities in New Brunswick don't like it. And therein lies the problem, to get everybody together.
What's this big? Could you explain to me how the budget is done? Now, we know Councillor Graham, he spoke against the budget. Now, you're going to change it, like St. John, they go publicly.
I'm going to, as I said during the budget process, I'm going to have some changes in place for next year. I can't say what they're going to be, but I want it to be I want it to be more open and transparent.
Do you think that'll be a better idea so citizens can understand where you're coming from?
Yes.
And all the public could really watch what's being done?
Yeah.
This budget, okay.